Alrighty, guys, and welcome to episode 2 of Brian Says. I didn't get my tabloid, however, I do have some trusty notes here that we're going to go off of, so just try to visualize the things that I'm saying, I guess. Next week, I'll make sure I'll have a tabloid so that you guys get some visuals. But yeah, for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Brian Fleming. I'm pop culture expert, diva extraordinaire, and I'm just giving you my take on some hot topics that are going on right now in Hollywood. So let's start off first with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Where do I begin? Where do I end? Where do I start? Pretty much, if you haven't heard much about it, then you've been under a rock. But the Real Housewives of Atlanta is a beautiful franchise out of Bravo that just follows women that are really, really rich and opulent, that are predominantly African American, and follows their drama. So the main thing that's going on right now is the fight that happened at the reunion between Portia Williams, which is said Beard, to Cordell Stewart, and Kenya Moore, who's the first African American to win Miss USA, I believe, or whatever. That's what she's claiming. Great. Sorry about that. That's what happens when, you try to do something on your phone and someone messages you. Your phone just buzzes. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's between Portia Williams and Kenya Moore, and the fight got physical last night. Like, it was really, really intense. I haven't watched it yet, but I've listened to the TMZ 911 tape of Kenya talking about Portia hitting her in the face, or in the head, and I've just seen all of it unfold on social media, and it's pretty crazy, but I will give kudos, even though I'm a total Kenya Moore fan, I will give kudos to Portia Williams for two things. The first thing is for taking a beautiful mugshot. She's like definitely in like the realm of Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, like mugshot realness, like when they have those really good ones. And yeah, that was amazing. And then she posted Belle went to the club. Like, she's not worried about anything. However, the big riff right now going on is most of the cast members are saying that they would leave the show if Portia was to be fired. I think personally Portia should be fired. Physical violence like that should never really be tolerated, especially when you're supposed to be an what's that word? Not really a role model, but you're supposed to be like, like the face of like African American housewives. Like, I feel like that's just like taking it too far. It's one thing to have a fight or a scuffle or a slap here, but it's another thing to drag someone across the room. Like, this isn't Jersey. We'll leave that to Teresa Giudice, yeah? So yeah, that's been going on a lot, and pretty much what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to watch all of the reunion and then give a full recap. So look for that soon. Next, we have to talk about, again, Mimi Faust. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a sex tape between Mimi Faust and Nico. First of all, Nico, we don't even know what his sexual orientation is, but there's a sex tape out there, and apparently the shower rod has been selling out of all Home Depots across the country. I find that to be really crazy. Like, I'm not meaning to give her more shine than what she already needs, but I mean, I did watch the show, and I feel like Stevie J was like her boyfriend. They have a baby together. I feel like he kind of had power over her. Like, he kind of was just like, I'm using money to get what I want out of you, and now she doesn't have to do that or deal with that ever because the bitch is supposed to be set to make millions off this deal. Excuse me. Apparently, the actual video was released today, and it already had sold $400,000 in pre-sales, and that's more than Kim Kardashian and Fair Abram, which were both given big, huge deals. So I mean, it's good that she's gonna actually be able to provide and never have to rely on a man, but at what price? I don't know. We'll watch the show and we'll stay tuned for that. So just so you know, Love and Hip Hop is starting up soon, so check into that. The third thing that we have to talk about today is the MTV Movie Awards. I don't know if you guys watch Fashion Police, but you should start because Joan Rivers is crazy. It was just insane. But I just want to talk about like the fashion, of course, with the MTV Movie Awards. We pretty much can break it down into like best and worst. So like the best was definitely, in my opinion, it was a tie between Nicki Minaj and Rita Ora, because they just looked amazing in black. I couldn't handle it. Like, Nicki Minaj had the cutout on the side, and it was just cool because they were talking about how, like, Nicki Minaj, the actress, showed up to the MTV movie. For those of you who don't know, she's in the new movie with Cameron Diaz and Kate Upton. It's called The Other Woman, and so, yeah, she was promoting that, and she looked amazing. And then Rita Ora, I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but she's kind of like a pop artist. She's signed with Roc Nation, so she's cool. She's been rumored to date Rob Kardashian or not, but she's really pretty and she's a really good singer. And I feel like I like her more for her fashion efforts. If you want to talk about the worst dress, though, we definitely have to bring a mention. I don't know her name personally. I think it's like Peja or Peja, but she's the bitch that wears the little do-rags. She's like the white girl who's been wearing the do-rags. I didn't like what she wore. She wore like this like purple, or it was like purple, like two-piece like skirt set. She just looked like a hooker. She looked like a hood rat. Like she looked like she should be on Slauson and La Brea selling her coochie. So like it was just like, oh. And then also like Nina Dorvev or whatever. Or no. Well, no. They look alike. Not Nina What's that bitch that looks like her? She was in that one movie where it was like Trick or Treat or some shit. She has that show. I think it's not iCarly. Victoria Justice. Yeah, I think that's who it is. She kind of looks like that Nina bitch. I don't know. One of them, they were in this horrible, tacky, like, Versace gown that, like, they took off the train, and it was just, like, sequin mess, and it was giving me, like, Nomi Malone from Showgirls. Like, and, like, that Versace gown that she wore in that movie was bomb, but, like, this one was tacky. So, like, she gets the worst dress. Her and that Peja bitch. It was pretty gross. But you definitely should tune into Fashion Police. I feel like Joan Rivers is awesome. So, yeah. And then finally, we're going to move into Lindsay Lohan. I don't know if you guys have been watching her show on OWN that was canceled. Which I think is a bad idea, but I'm sure that Oprah's tired of dealing with her shenanigans. But however, she admitted last night on the season finale that she suffered from a miscarriage in the middle of filming, which is why you didn't see her for 2 weeks. That's crazy. The fact that she even shared that is just outrageous. But I don't even know, like, people are questioning the validity of it, but all I want for Lindsay Lohan to do is what she said in her tagline with Watch What Happens Live. She said, she's done with mugshots and she's vying for an Oscar now. So, I mean, let's get that Oscar going, you know? Like, I'm kind of just want you to take a break, Lindsay, and I want you to just breathe, and I want you to just, like, you know, hone your craft. I want you to really, like, start working, because I'm tired of seeing you as, like, this, like, wannabe reality. No, you're better than that. You actually have talent, so step up your game, all right? Well, lastly, we're going to talk about Coachella. Everyone, if you didn't know, Coachella is this music festival in Indio, California, and it's huge, and there were headliners. I mean, there was The Weeknd there, Lana Del Rey, Outkast, Reunited. It was everything, you know, and it's crazy to say, but I feel like, you know, the celebrities kind of outshone the whole entire festival itself, because you had Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber there, you had Leonardo DiCaprio there, you had Kendall and Kylie Jenner, and Kendall was wearing a hoop in her nose, hanging out with Selena Gomez. Vanessa Hudgens was amazing, and, you know, you just had, like, all these crazy celebrities, and, like, Paris Hilton was on the cover of the LA Times. So yeah, Coachella, I guess, is the shit nowadays, and I missed out, of course, because, you know, work and everything, but I feel like I may want to actually give that a try, but I'm not really down to camp out in the desert, and I really don't like hot things unless it's like a person. So we'll see, but everyone seemed to enjoy themselves, and I actually know someone who actually snuck in. So, I mean, whoa, Coachella. So yeah, I guess everyone won't stop talking about it. I feel like the fashions that I was seeing too out of Coachella were really dope. I'm sure we'll see like some editorials based around that, because it was pretty innovative. Especially Kendall and Kylie Jenner. They looked amazing. So if you could YouTube, or not YouTube, if you could Google their outfits and just look it up. Or you can always just, you know, follow me on Facebook, Brian Michael Fleming, because, you know, I always post those types of things. So yeah. And lastly but not leastly, I just wanted to give a little shout, like a little plug to this new show that's on WGN America. It's called Salem, and it's about witches, and it's supposed to be really, really cool because, you know, it's set in that time period, like the Crucible, or like, you know, they would like go on witch hunts. And it's really cool. It's kind of like Coven, but like older. Like Coven's like modern, and Salem's like the roots, you know? But yeah, so yeah, that's all I have for today. That's this episode of Brian Says, and look forward to more videos. And like I said, you can always follow me on Facebook, Brian Michael Fleming, or on Twitter at BrianASU18, or on Instagram at Adrian, ADRIN, Michael, MYCHAL 87. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys share.